Hi everyone! I'm so glad you could join me today. Welcome back to Surrendering with Sarit. I'm Sarit, and today I'm talking to you from the beautiful, beautiful Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens in Johannesburg. I decided to take a hike. Yeah, not like that hike, but a hike. And then to record it so I can talk to you about something that was very, very important and profound in my way, which is setting up boundaries. I think that one was a real doozy. It was a difficult one for me because I grew up as the good girl, the one that wanted to get the approval of everyone around her and wanted to just make everyone happy. And it came at a cost. I didn't realize it at the time that it was a defense mechanism that I kind of embraced to, how can I define it? A defense mechanism that I used to protect myself. And for the longest time, it was the way that I defined myself by the external validation, but by how others saw me, and especially my father, which was and still is a very important figure in my life, very influential, strong. And in chapter 10, I talk about setting boundaries. And I know we say a lot of the times, one of the phrases that we use is blood is thicker than water. And yes, it is true in most cases. And you come to this life with your born family, but sometimes the people who are closest to us are the one who cause us the most pain. There are teachers, they make us grow and evolve, but it's also very painful. And sometimes when you evolve and you change, but the people around you don't, then it's time to let go and maybe find a new tribe and find a new family. In chapter 10, I talk about boundaries and how I finally learned to set boundaries with my dad. It was during COVID, as the story of my book goes. During COVID, that was when my transformation took place. And it was very, very important and profound moment for me. I think Dr. Shefali's book, Radical Awakening, had that impact that I can just not describe, so I'd rather read it to you. I quoted it in my book and actually put the book. I'm gonna put the link to the book in the show notes. So if you are struggling with people pleasing, with shape shifting, with wanting to please being the good girl or the good guy, then I think this is something that can benefit you. I want to read that part for you because it was so profound for me. If I may, that's the book, Surrendering, How I Learned Letting Go. Later into my journey, when I read Dr. Shefali's Radical Awakening, I deeply understood my reaction and behavioral patterns and was finally able to recognize them and let them go. Because I think the most important thing is, first of all, to recognize, like they say in AA, right? Recognizing that you have a problem, that's already half of the solution. So that book and this paragraph that I'm going to quote, that is the one that really made the shift and made me realize that I really have a problem. And Dr. Shefali writes, in order to obtain the three valuable drugs of approval, validation, and praise, women essentially shapeshift, morphing into whom those around us wish us to be. This is especially the case if a woman grows up thinking of herself as the good girl, which I obviously thought of myself as the good girl. The good girl tries desperately to be validated, seeking sense of belonging and endorsement from her outer world. She learns early that her goodness comes from two main sources: compliance and service to others. Some who are raised as a trophy children can add another motive to the list, excellence. This way, being forms an essential and emotional template, a habitual way of responding to the outer world. And I had the jackpot of all three. So I also had the excellence because I was a top student, and even when I got like a 98, it was why not 100, and was pushed to succeed, and that was a big part of my personality for the longest time. And when COVID hit eventually, and my company had to close and shut down for 3 months, I kept waking up at 5:41 in the morning and thinking, okay, who I am without all these outside manifestations, without all the career, taking children to school, being a mom, being a businesswoman, who am I without all that? And that's when the breakdown happens. And I talk about how I got out of this place and how I managed to find the peace within me. So I think that's enough for today. Putting out your boundaries is very, very important. I hope if you find some value in it, you can like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel to as many people as possible, and my book for you guys to join me in this journey for mindfulness and finding peace and happiness inside. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you next time.